Thank you.
Okay, good morning. I'm Faith Kipyegon, 3 times Olympic champion, and I'm so grateful to be back in Sirikwa Classic Cross Country.
Good morning. I'm Agnes Chebet, 10-kilometer world record holder, and I'm happy to be here this morning. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Jacob Krop, 5,000 meters, silver medalist 2022 and bronze 2023. I'm happy also to be in part of ABSA Sirikwa cross country. Thank you.
Welcome, and you have to be audible.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Jeroti Chabra. I'm from Uganda. 5,000, 10,000.
Thank you, thank you. Those are the panel that we have today. And of course, before we start, I want to recognize the presence of the Athletics Kenya President, Lieutenant Retired General Tuwei, who is here with us. The MIT CEO, that is Barnaba Korir. Members of the Athletics Kenya, that is the executive members, and of course the staff from Athletics Kenya. The LOZ chairman for the Sirikwa Classic event, that is Abraham Mutai, who is also in the house. The competitions director, Kennedy Tanui, who is also in the house. And of course, we have Thomas, that is Thomas Ndanzila from Botswana, who is a World Athletics delegate. Welcome. We normally say in Kenya, Karibu Sana. So, and of course, members of the Fourth Estate and invited guests, you are all welcomed. I can see also a nutritionist in the house, Bridget Chebet, welcome. Members, athletes from Ethiopia, I've seen they've just walked in, welcome. Okay, we are going to start right away, and of course, this is the 4th edition of the Sirikwa Classic Cross Country, and that is, we are going to start right away with the athletes. I'll ask my first question, that is Faith Kipyegon. Faith Kipyegon is a triple 1,500 meters Olympics champion. And of course, how was the last season for you? How can you describe the last season that ended and you are now on to another season? How was it for you?
Well, last year season was really good, winning my 3rd gold medal in Olympics and winning silver medal in the 5,000. So it was really good. So there was some disappointments, but then I overcome the disappointments and defend my title. Starting with Sirikwa Classic this year, I hope it will be beautiful here, and I'm looking forward for tomorrow, and let's see what will happen.
Yeah, of course, you missed the last year's event, and then you are coming back to reclaim your title. Remember, you won in 2023, and you went ahead to break 3 world records. And of course, what are we expecting in the coming season?
Well, I can say cross-country really builds athletes' season. Actually, I started 2023 with the Sirikwa Classic. And my season went really beautiful. I broke 3 world records in that year. So I hope this year, starting with cross country again, will build my starting of the season of 2025. And hopefully going to Tokyo for a World Championship, it will be beautiful.
Thank you. And of course, on to the next athlete, that is Agnes Chebet, who is also the world record holder. Actually, we are privileged to have 2 world record holders in the house. Agnes, 10 kilometers record. Maybe, what are you planning this season? Of course, we will talk about Sirikwa, but let's start with the season. What are you planning for the upcoming season?
Thank you. I think I'll be running a cross-country like a build-up. So looking forward for 2025 season and expecting more in track, like in World Championship plus Grand Slam track. So in Sirikwa, it's a part of build-up as I'm looking forward for the season. And I hope this season will be good. Since 2025, I just opened with 2024 last year, I just opened a year with a world record 10 kilometers. And then I was expecting for Olympics, but Unfortunately, because of injury I missed. It was not easy to heal on a trauma, but I closed the year with a second fastest in half marathon, running 63. So I'm expecting more in this year, God willing.
And of course, Agnes, you have the second fastest time in half marathon. It was your debut. Maybe how was it for you? And are you seeing that you are going to shift to the longer distance races now?
Running a half marathon, that was a new race, a new distance to me. So I was not expecting much, but then I ran my PP, second fastest. But now I'm back to track, so I don't know, for half marathon, shifting there is maybe in the future. For now, no.
And of course, you competed in the first edition of this race, and of course there was a lot of mud. Thank God this year there's no mud obstacle. And how is it for you? Maybe the course. How can you describe the course and the time you'll be competing? That is maybe during after afternoon.
Comparing with the first edition, where it was a memorial for Tirop, and for now I think it's the best, because when athletes saw the mud, they were complaining, but the course is okay, and we expect we'll run the best. We'll run our race, running our best. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. And of course, to our friend from Poland, that is Christian Zelaweski from Poland. Christian, of course, you've done a lot of 3,000 meters steeplechase with a couple of Kenyans. I know you ran with somebody like Ezekiel Kemboi, people like Bin. So I don't know what has been, how was your season, and what are you planning this season, as even you plan to compete tomorrow?
Yes, I many years around the 3,000 steeplechase. I was on the Olympic also on this distance. Now I prepare for the cross Olympic Winter Military Championships for the cross country there is. So, and this is my first plan. And on this year I want to go for the marathon, something new for me, and try to run around the Polish national record. So it's a good preparation for the tough race like it's marathon.
And of course, have you been in Kenya? Is it your first time? And how do you see our country, that is Kenya?
It's not my first time in Kenya. I was like many times, but in Iten for the sport camp. There I training. But the first time I will be compete in Kenya, so it's a new experience for me. But I'm excited for this, and I will do all my best to compete with the best of best.
And of course, competing tomorrow with some of the champions, of course, Jacob Krop is here. What do you expect from the race, from the Sirikwa race?
It's very tough to say what I expect. I know it will be a really tough race for me, because in Poland now we have winter, it's -10, so it's tough to change for the hot weather. But I hope so. I will can race with the best on the front, and I will keep my best time to catch the best of the Kenya or another athletes.
Thank you, thank you. And of course, on to the next athlete, that is Jacob Krop. Jacob Krop, you have a silver in the World Championships, you have a bronze in the Olympic Games. Maybe what are your plans this year? Of course, we have the championships, the World Athletics Championships in September 13 to 25 in Tokyo, Japan. And of course, Japan is your second home. You normally train and stay there, and of course, you jetted back last month. Maybe what are your expectations this season as we plan for the...
Okay, thank you. About my plan of this year, especially when I started last season, I was not in Kenya, just I was staying the way you said in Japan. And this year I came to Kenya to prepare for this season. So my expectation also, this is Sirikwa cross country. It acts like my build-up for track. So my expectation also for World Championship is to do the best in World Championship. Yeah.
And of course, earlier I was talking to you and you told me that since 2021 you've not done cross-country. Maybe how is it for you tomorrow when you compete during that race? What do you expect?
Yeah, sure. It has been long for me to run cross-country. It was the last time was 2021 at Kapsokoni cross country. It was meeting cross country Kapsokoni. So up to today, until tomorrow, then I'll be competing. My first maybe after 3-4 years. So I'll be happy, and I know it will be a tough race for me because somehow it's like I forgot those causes, but
the obstacles.
Yeah, but I'll do my best.
Okay.
Yes.
Of course, I'll be getting back to you, but let's hear from Abraham Cherotich, who is our good neighbor from Uganda here. And Abraham, you've been training in Kapchorwa. And of course, Abraham is saying that he doesn't have anything to say, but it's fine. Of course, now, of course, I'll be giving this chance to journalists in the house so that you can be able to ask questions. But going back to Faith, I want to ask you maybe, as you train, maybe how do you balance your endurance, speed, and tactical racing in your training?
Well, it's not easy. That's why I try to participate in cross country. I was a little bit like when cross country changed from 8 kilometers to 10 kilometers. I was a little bit afraid, but then I thought of doing cross country is really good for build up towards track events. And it really helps. Since I saw the changes after I competed Sirikwa Classic in 2023, and I saw you can balance both endurance and speed. It's only that you need to do more endurance to just keep up with that speed during the track season.
Yeah. And of course, when you won in 2023, people are asking, wow, is that Faith really doing 1,500 anymore? Of course, you've started doing the 5,000 meters events. Maybe what are your plans this year?
My plans is still the same. Nothing changes. Now I'm starting with the cross country, and we will see going forward what I will do. But as you know, as years goes, we change the events, but at the moment I'm still going and changing the event, doing the 5,000, and maybe you will see me in 10,000 in future. So I don't know if it is this year or next year.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much. Of course, we have one of the leading coaches in the house, that is Patrick Sang. And of course, as you know, Patrick Sang coaches Faith Kipyegon and Eliud Kipchoge, Geoffrey Kamworor, among others. Of course, welcome so much, Patrick Sang. And of course, you've been here since this Sirikwa event started. You've been involved in planning and you've seen athletes growing. Maybe what are your thoughts about this event as we go into the 4th edition?
Thank you for having me as one of the panelists. The event for us as a country, as a sporting sport of athletics, has done a lot. We want to appreciate the Federation for actually lobbying to have it brought to Kenya. For the years that has been here, it's not only the athletes that are performing. We've seen natural talents grow to international level. Besides that, the idea of bringing nations together is being enhanced. Going further down, the effects of the trickle-down effects economically is immense. And I'm sure Eldoret this weekend will be fully packed. The hoteliers will be smiling all the way to the bank. So this event has done a lot for us as a country, for the sport of athletics here and worldwide.
And of course, Patrick, maybe do you think we have an advantage because we have 2 gold events now in Kenya, and actually it's in Africa, the only 2 gold events. Do you think it's an advantage to the athletes and they should use these events maybe to market themselves?
Any sport is driven by the viewers, the followers. For the years that we've hosted different events as a country, the World Under 18, the World Under 20, if you see the ratings, it's been very high, which is positive for the development of our sport. So having the 2 levels, the 2 events called levels in Kenya is actually a reward, because any child that does very well is given more. And I think we still need more. And the president here and his team are going to do more so that we get the bigger one. We've gotten these other ones, but I think it's now time to go for the bigger one.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And of course, it's now your chance, journalists in the house, to ask questions. Maybe if you just want to ask a question, you can just come here so that our camera can... Anybody with a question? Ayumba. You start with your name and the media house that you come from.
Good morning, everyone. My first question goes to our Olympic champion, triple Olympic champion, Faith Kipyegon. Is it tough now? Because you are changing from 15 to 5, and then you're also running 10. Have you started feeling that pressure? Because in 15, you are the queen, you are the greatest. 5,000, 10,000, is it presenting a different game ball? And then in that situation, is it now being tough being Faith? Because we expect you to win everything. Every race you go into, we expect you to win. Is it tough being in that position? Then to our world record holder, you're meeting Faith for the first time. What will be going through your mind? Do you let her win or do you skin her?
Maybe, Faith, you can answer that first.
Okay. Well, Ayumba, I can say it's very tough, yes. Running 1,500, 5,000, and tomorrow the 10K. But I said earlier, it's a combination of speed and endurance. So I'm looking for endurance here. And going forward, this is the way to learn, like, this is the way to go. I can't be running 1,500 only, but I have to move from 1,500 to 5,000 and future 10,000 and marathon. So this is the way to go, and I'm starting tomorrow with a 10K, and I said earlier, you never know. Maybe this is the year to debut in the 10K. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning. Arno Bartlett from Deutsche Welle, DW TV. It's also a question to you, Faith, but perhaps also for other participants here on the panel. 3 years ago, the challenge was held in honor of Agnes Tirop. And I wonder, is this still a story relevant to you as athletes here and to the running community in Kenya? So 3 years ago, right, this challenge was held the first time, and it was held in honor of Agnes Tirop, and I'm sure you know the story. And I was wondering, is this still a story relevant to this event? Is it still a story relevant to you as athletes, and especially as female athletes?
Maybe, Faith, did you understand that?
Okay, well, acha nimjibu Ayumba. I think this is a privilege to run with Faith. This is the first time meeting Faith on track or in any race. Since I was watching Faith when I was young, back in 2016 when she was winning Rio. And I was young that time. I was in grade 7. So I didn't expect we'll be running one time with Faith. So I think I don't have any pressure. I'm running my race and it's a build up. So I don't expect more here.
Okay, well, that was a tough question, but the story of, the first edition of this cross country was honored to be honored Agnes Tirop. But, every cross country coming up, it's a memory of, Agnes was a great runner, and think of cross country when cross country is just coming up, you think of her. So it's still a continuous of something thinking of her every time, and you saw what Chwanje Limbo is doing about Agnes Tirop Angel. That is still, something moving on. So, we can't just forget about her. We still keep on thinking about her, and when these cross countries happened, we think of her because she was great.
Thank you so much. Any other journalist? Steve?
My name is Steve Ruto from The Standard. My question goes to Faith and Agnes. You guys have broken records. You are starting the season. What other records are in your mind? If you were to break a record this year, in what event could that be?
Okay, Faith.
Well, you guys don't expect the record tomorrow. Because I see there's pressure coming up now. We are going to run our race tomorrow, and Agnes is training in Iten, I'm training in Kaptagat, and I don't know the plans of Agnes, and she don't know my plans. But it's only that we are meeting tomorrow. It's going to break 42-kilometer world record soon, so I wish her all the best, but tomorrow we are just going to run our races and just, see what will happen after finish line. If Faith is winning or Agnes is winning, we just hug ourselves.
I think Faith have answered. We don't have to feel pressured. We'll be running our race, building up for the season. So we just want our season to be favorite, starting with the tracks. We have World Championship. So competing with her is I know it's a pressure for people, but we don't want to feel pressured. She's the queen, and I'm grateful racing with her. I think that's my...
And then they'll answer.
Well, my name is Robert Kibet, and I'm a freelance journalist, and I'm still focusing on the 2 world record holders. Going back home, Faith, you ran barefoot way back, and now you are a record holder. A personal chase and management aside, what specifically are you doing back home in making sure that you're nurturing talents? One-on-one, eh?
So my name is Benson, Kenya Sports. My question goes to Faith. Next year at the Commonwealth Games, 1500 meters is being replaced by the mile. You being the best in the distance in history, maybe you can tell us something. About that.
Okay, who goes first? Agnes? About nurturing the upcoming athletes. That is from Robert.
Okay, there is many questions coming in even now. Other ones are just populated anyway. But then, what was the question again?
He asked, apart from running, maybe what do you do back at home in terms of nurturing women and upcoming athletes?
Okay, well, for me, I try to, speak about, discipline every time I go anywhere, about, empowering women. About empowering women in sports is something that, most of us women and most of us athletes, young women in sports look up to us. Like, I want to be like Faith in future. So nowadays we have like, many kids coming towards us, and, we just talk to them, give them advices how to be like us, and just give them motivation. That is what we still do at the moment, because, we are still elite athletes. We can't do seminars because training is here. You have to be there for training. You can't miss. But, with other athletes, with other things, the retired athletes and other athletes doing our work, because we are still active. We really appreciate them. As I said earlier about what, Joan Chelimo is doing about Agnes the Rob Angels, it's just special. She is, doing other things to mentor the young athletes and young women, and that is really, really cool. And for us, we really follow them. And, for us, we are still active and we still have to do training. But when we get time.
Back at home, maybe what are you doing? Are you mentoring young girls maybe to join the sport and be like great, of course, like Agnes?
Well, I think for me, I'm still a young athlete, so I'm still mentored by Faith. So, but now, and to be an elite athlete, I know, yes, young athlete would like to be a world record holder. And I want to be a record holder like you. So when I see that, I think discipline matters, hard work matters, and patience. So, yeah.
And of course, another question.
1,500 to 5,000, and hopefully 10,000. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I will do the mile. No human is limited. So maybe I will be there, and we will see what will happen. So maybe I will be competing. I don't know if I'm still young to do 1 mile anymore, but I think I'm moving to 5.
Thank you very much. My name is Barnaba Kori, the meet director. I have a burning question because this one goes to Jacob Crop. In this, the boy child, I want to ask Jacob, you have grown through the ranks from youth, junior, now senior, and you have done very well. But our observation currently is that with the camps that at least Kenya has set up all over the country, statistically, we realize that in every camp, either the number of girls and boys are at par, or the girls are ahead. We come here in this presser, and I realize that few people are asking you questions. What has happened to the boy child? Are we worried? Can you assure us that the tables have not turned against you? That at least this is just for today, and that you will ensure that you are at par with your female colleagues. Can you please assure us that our male athletes will also regain their dominance? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. This is a good question from our director. So thank you very much. On that question, you know the okay. Faith and Agnes. Yeah, they are asking about Faith and Agnes some questions. So on concerning that, you know, they were asking them because they are world record holders and they have big names, so pressure goes to them, and I don't know how they can handle about that pressure. Concerning our, it's like a gender. I know that like well, so that and also I also talk to my male athletes that we have to do a lot. We have work to do as men, because in Kenya we are now seeing that ladies are now leading beside men. So I'm seeing that we have a lot to do as men. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Of course, you have a silver in the World Championships. You have a bronze in the Olympics. You have a big name also, but we need a gold now. And of course, now to the closing remarks, I want maybe before the closing remarks, Christian, maybe is it your first time competing here in Kenya? Yeah, and then tell us what do you expect maybe from interacting with the champions tomorrow?
Thank you. Yes, this first time competing in Kenya. When I prepare for the steeplechase, I ran many times cross country, but this is new experience for me. It's tough to say what I accept tomorrow because the athlete is the best of the best in the world. Like you see, it's a world record holder in the women. So everyone will be happy on the finish line.
Your athletes will be competing to
crop and so many others from different countries. It's the way to build our sport. Do I encourage athletes to do cross country? Yes. Sports scientists will tell you this is one of the fundamentals that you need.
Say cross country, and I'm looking forward tomorrow. Don't look forward for tomorrow. Don't look forward seeing world record tomorrow, but also
made the best.
You trains with Jacob Kiplimo in Uganda. Of course, you saw Jacob breaking the world record.
Athletics Kenya to say we need to go to the biggest, the next one, because we have done this one, we have done the others. But let me tell you, all of you here, that sometimes it is even easier to get that approval to host. Make sure that it improves every year. I'm sure you have seen that even this year, 2025, a lot of work has been put into this so that the technical officials, all of you we can bring it here, but who tells you that it will be maintained? It is only us who must put in a lot of effort, a lot of time, and I'm sure you have seen that a lot of people have gone through sleepless nights, making it even better. And so congratulations. And we will continue making it better even between here and beyond. And we will also try to bring that big one that you are talking about. Secondly, I would like to refer to what the director said about our men athletes, our male athletes, and they are of course reasons why this is happening. Let me refer to 2023 World Championships or Olympics in World Championship in Budapest. 2023. The medals we got, not a single one came from the male athletes. So is what the director said, is it true that I don't know why you are shy? Is it true that when you get to the start point, it gets even worse? So that you don't bring the medals? Last year in the Olympics in Paris, out of the 4 gold medals that we received or we got, only one came from the male athletes. What is happening when I get up and your teams? What is the problem? When we come here, it's still shy. Where are the male athletes? I hope this time when we go back to Tokyo, and you remember our calendar, when we were presenting our calendar of events for this year, it was Road to Tokyo. And so that is the main event that we are going for this year. I hope you will surpass the ladies this time. I know they are going to do well. And well done, Faith. Well done, Agnes. You have done, even Faith, during the Olympics, I know you went through a lot of pressure because of what happened. But you still came out and made sure that you succeeded and you brought a gold medal. Well done. Congratulations. And so this is the spirit. This is the spirit that we need to understand, and this is the way forward. And for this to happen, I've just talked about the organizers. What about the Kenyans? How do the Kenyans take this event? Do they support the event? They can only come and show us when they attend. And so I want to challenge the Kenyans to come and attend this event in big numbers so that we can show the world and world athletics that, yes, we are happy to host this event, we are ready, and we are supporting. So I would like all the Kenyans to come. I would like to ask the media who have supported us so much up to what we are doing today to continue urging the Kenyans to come and watch, to come and support this event so that we can show everybody that, first of all, we are happy and we are ready to do even better. If we don't show it that way, then maybe the world will think that we are taking it for granted. We are not taking this thing for granted. We want to make sure that we have a big event, very well coordinated, very well organized, so that the rest of the world, we can get more world athletes coming here. You can see now, we want to say thank you to our friend from Poland, and those from Ethiopia and Uganda and other places. We would like to see others coming from other parts, other continents of this world. Well, please enjoy. Even those who are running, just enjoy. Please enjoy. Even those who are running, just enjoy.
Okay. Going to be broken tomorrow.
Fireworks tomorrow.
Because we are now for the photographers. Maybe you can take an. And of course, the LOC asking for the smile. A smile. And of course, the competitions director also, Kennedy Tani, you can join the team next to the president.